All right, time now for Stock Up, Stock Down. We do this after every Packers game. Some stocks go up, some stocks go down, some stay the same. And it's coming off a loss, so I imagine lots of stocks going down on Stock Up, Stock Down. Let's get right into it.
Stock down.
Yeah, let's start with the negative today. Guy we just mentioned, Brandon McManus, misses another kick that ultimately would have tied that game and brought it to overtime. A lot of other issues in this game. I don't think the loss solely falls on Brandon McManus. But his stock is dramatically falling to the point where I think if the Packers said sayonara, thanks for your services at some point this week, not one person would go, huh? Why would you do that? What? Yeah, no, you're not getting that reaction. McManus, clearly something still isn't right for him. Yeah, just bad. And I get it was windy. I get it all. I can hear every excuse. He hasn't been good enough since returning from his quad injury. So stock down to Brandon McManus.
Stock down.
I've already talked about him.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
I've already been using this. He's already been stock down for me. I don't know how his stock could drop any further before I just start saying to fire him. It's Matt LaFleur. He doesn't know the right buttons to push with this team. He hasn't known for a long time. His play calling is inconsistent. His in-game decision-making is abhorrent.
Oh, wow.
He is embarrassing the players on the field with his actions week in and week out. He doesn't know what he's doing. He seems lost. He seems scared. And I think he is making his way towards being in a spot where he has to decide if he's going to be a college football head coach or he's going to search for more employment in the NFL. Because he is having a very hard time figuring out how to take a talent just ridden with a roster just ridden with talent and make them into winners.
So hold on. Before we move on from LaFleur, what you said at the top is very interesting to me. I don't know how much further his stock can drop before I say to flat out fire him.
Yes.
Are you closer to saying fire LaFleur than you are to saying this team is a real Super Bowl contender?
Yeah.
Get his ass, Josh.
I just want you to know something, Josh.
Uh-huh.
As Will eggs you on. As you were saying that, Will was back there cackling, kicking his feet, and clapping.
Because notably the past couple weeks I've agreed with Josh on the Matt LaFleur is not a good coach train. So...
Okay. Hawkins says, thanks, Josh. This is what I came to hear.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go to Stock Up.
Stock up.
Stock Up naturally to Luke Musgrave as Tucker Kraft is lost for the season with the ACL tear. Musgrave's a guy we've talked about on this show in the last couple of weeks. It's a guy who wasn't seeing a lot of playing time because Kraft has been that dominant, despite being the higher drafted tight end in the same draft as Tucker Kraft, and a guy a lot of people were excited about his speed and receiving ability. He's not the greatest blocker in the world. That's why you see a guy like John Fitzpatrick get reps over him when Kraft was still healthy. But he is a receiving threat and somebody that's obviously going to see a lot more time the remainder of the season as Tucker Kraft is out with that ACL tear. I thought Musgrave looked good in the limited opportunity we saw him yesterday, but we will quite obviously see more of him the remainder of the season. So stock up naturally to Luke Musgrave.
Quick bonus stock up, 11 personnel. Going to be running that a lot without Tucker Kraft.
Yes, correct. I was rooting for the 21 or the 22 personnel all season long, and then Tucker Kraft became the best tight end in football, so I said, well, just do whatever you got to do, I guess. Going to be a lot of 11. You're absolutely right about that. All right, another stock up.
Stock up.
Xavier McKinney having an interception and a sack/forced fumble. Little disappointed in the 2 first-round picks who watched the ball hit the ground and stared at it while Chuba Hubbard picked it up and ran it for 6 yards. But I think Xavier McKinney has quietly been good all season. It's just teams don't even bother really looking his way because they know what a ball hawk he is and he knows how he can change games. They put him in a spot to make plays, and he did that this week, so that was good to see, and I'm happy to see him get back into the turnover game.
Stock down.
Oh, there's like 18 options of where we could go next. This isn't making me feel better like it has in past weeks. Especially now that I say stock down to all pronouns. We did the math before the season. Super Bowl champions on average have between 5 and 6 all pros on their roster. The Packers lost a guy who was going to be a bona fide all pro for them if he continued on the trajectory he was on in Tucker Kraft. Rashawn Gary was going to need to play almost a perfect season the remainder of the way to get an all pro nod. Kind of non-existent yesterday. Micah Parsons will still be an all pro. But that legitimately, at this point in the season, may be your only one. I don't think anybody on that offensive line is going to get an all-pro nod. I don't think any of those receivers will. I don't think Jacobs has been good enough for only, I think it's 2 spots for running backs. Jordan Love hasn't been good enough consistently this season when those are going to be gobbled up by Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, more than likely. Drake May has been better than him. Daniel Jones has been better than him throughout the season. I think you're staring in the face of your guys just might not be good enough to fall into the category of you need that many all pros, and you lose a guy that looked like he was headed that way in Tucker Kraft. So stock down to all pro nods. Before we move on, David, stock down. Bubble screens. It's well said by David. All right, let's try to be a little bit more, more negativity.
Stock down.
Stock down to Jordan Love. One bad interception and a second that should have been another interception. I have a question, and maybe I've been pondering this a little bit.
Do you think I'll have an answer?
I think I know what you're going to ask.
Is Matt LaFleur holding Jordan Love back? Is he ruining the development of a talented quarterback?
You know the answer. We've talked about this before.
It seems there is a lack of trust in the guy, and he gives them reasons to not trust him. But also, he also makes incredible throws. He can play when he's playing on time. He is as good as any. But you can't. I mean, that 4th and 8. I know it was a desperate situation. You got put probably in a bad spot by your head coach. And the play call, if you watch it back on the All-22, ugly. No one was ever really open at any point. There was just aimless. So yeah, I don't think he had his best game. I don't know if he was given the opportunity to have his best game as well, but stock down to Jordan Love.
Stock up.
We have hit an all-time low in the YouTube chat, so stock up to the YouTube chat. Josh just chimed in. I want Mike McDaniel as the next head coach.
Oh, Jesus. He's more of a fraud than Matt LaFleur.
I'm loving everybody's stock up, stock downs coming in on the YouTube chat. We'll get to some of them at the end of the segment, so keep those rolling in. But that's an all-time low. Stock up to Josh Jacobs. Got the run game going a little bit. Had a couple long runs yesterday. Can you tell him grasping for straws a little bit, Joshy?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's all I have to say. Stock up to Josh Jacobs.
Stock up.
I've got a positive here. And the 2 guys helping us on this program know a little something about this. It's stock up to not having Super Bowl expectations. I get to go every single week now and just watch my team and, hey, hope for the best. Maybe good things will come out of this. Maybe we'll find a new player that can be used in the future. I don't have to worry about, is my team going to be in an NFC championship game, grinding it out, fighting all the pressure and the anxiety that comes with it. I'm free rolling this season. I've got nothing to worry about.
It is so refreshing.
It is what it is.
It's so fun.
Yes.
Games like
the
yesterday.
best.
Hold on.
It's so fun.
You get some wins and you get excited.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2027, maybe 2026 is our year.
Already?
Maybe.
No. You're already done with this season?
Tucker Kraft is out. He's both the passing game and the running game. Matt LaFleur can't coach to save his life.
So we're out of 2025.
Done. Kiss it goodbye.
Turn the page.
Bye-bye. I'm on to next season. You say on to next week, I'm on to next year.
Okay, but if they boat race the Eagles on Monday?
Fun. What a game.
What if they win a playoff game?
Good for them.
No expectations. That's a fun win.
Yeah.
That's an objectively fun
Free
win.
roll. I'm at the casino. I'm pulling the machine, and I'm not paying. Cha-ching. Free money.
I'm starting to think Josh is panicking. Starting to think that way.
I'm not panicking. I've given up. You can't panic pick when you've given up. I said uncle. I tapped out.
All right, let's get to a couple of the fan suggestions. Give me a stock up, Sander.
Stock up.
Stock up to Will and Hunter reveling in Packers fans' pain.
Welcome to the world of no expectations, where it is so fun.
It's just so refreshing. And then, two, you can be freed up to just, like, watch other games, too. And you're like, oh, this doesn't really change anything for my standings. It doesn't matter. Like, I can just enjoy other games, and I don't have to put pressure on playoff seedings. It's so nice.
Give me a stock down.
Stock down.
Stock down to the Packers in their throwback uniforms. Believe they are they 2-1? Oh, well, I guess throwback. They're 0-1. What was the whiteout, the winter warning? They're 2-0 in those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Commanders and Steelers. So stock up to the whiteout uniform, stock down to the throwback uniforms. It's good. Give me another stock down.
Stock down.
Shanahan coaching tree.
Good one.
Yeah. So there you have it. And then Chef Ed chimes in. Will is excited that Caleb Williams has more touchdown catches than Matthew Golden.
That can't be right.
You got to stop with this whole, that can't be right. DJ Moore had more
Is it?
passing touchdowns than Jordan Love yesterday.
No.
Is that true?
I'm not doing this with you.
Keep it up, Will.
I don't know.
Well, we'll get to Will in a moment because I imagine that won't be hilarious at all with the Bears winning in walk-off fashion over the Cincinnati Bengals and the Packers losing yesterday, but that certainly won't be fun when we get to...
Can I do one more stock up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stock up.
Stock up to Hingle McCringleberry and the Key and Peele skit. Rico Dowdle did the celebration where famously in the skit the guy does 3 pumps and gets flagged for it because you can only do 2. Rico Dowdle did 2 and got flagged for unsportsmanlike penalty, which pushed the extra point back and they missed, so it almost cost them the game. This is an actual quote from Rico Dowdle after the game. From my understanding and everything I've learned, we go over stuff like this every week in the meeting room. I definitely think you're supposed to get 2 pumps. Hopefully I don't get a fine.
All right, can you give us your best Rico Dowdle,
No.
Hingle McCringleberry impression? Why not?
Not doing it. No.
We don't need to be hip
Yeah,
thrusting.
let's not.
Well, he's talking about
Everybody
hip thrusting.
saw it.
This is a family
Everybody
show.
saw it. Yeah.
Oh,
Family friendly.
Excuse me. John chimes in. I thought I liked Will. Now I don't.
Welcome to the club.